That's a big pun, bigger punishment. I give him hell, getting done.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Wilson going to come out throwing. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Saints are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. And
I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And now we'll see punter Tyler Newsome. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
right? Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Harris. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 4 yards on the pickup there is going to leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. This defense for the Saints, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll start out here with the option left. A good chunk on the ground, and the keeper 17 yards, 1st down.
And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got his target, Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. Touchdown! David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here we go. 2nd down and 3.
Here we go.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in by Evans here. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here we go. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They hand this off to Harris. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here we go. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Ryan Santoso on now to try the field goal. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. Up and good for Santoso. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of the defense that much, every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he goes out right around the 39. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Now it's Wilson. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there at 22. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 38, Wilson. His throw incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Wilson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end, and he's not going to get the first down.
to the 30, but he's a yard or two short.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. Completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And they'll give to Hunt here on the option. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kareem Hunt with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Rosas good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here we go, here
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play action. It's Burrow. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Burrow. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Gun.
An option handoff given to Harris. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He's got the hook up with Doubs. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Burrow will throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Here we go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Burrow looking to pass.
That swung out wide to Harris.
Well, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. A gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. This is caught by Evans. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 36. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here we go.
Again, it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. They'll run it. This is James Robinson.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
On third down, here's Harris.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Up and good for Santoso. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Thielen, 59 yards.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go to the backyard. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Burrow's throw finds its target, Dobbs.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Burrow. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Burrow on first down. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
Swings this out for Hunt. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
On first down, Wilson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Now a throw here to his running back.
He's got room past the 30.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. Airing this one out for Evans. It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They go play action with Burrow. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Devin Duvernay
from 8 yards out.
And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Seahawks 16.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Alex Singleton, a former Canadian League star, in on the stop. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively.
At the 6-yard line.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Wilson wants to throw it. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? Punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Burrow. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 6 yards left on second down. Burrow. That is caught at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Charles, what a big drive late in the fourth quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the fourth quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Wilson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Throwing now is Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
There we go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So the victory here for Seattle, and it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the fourth quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for the Seahawks, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on to ride nobody with, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grr.